Good morning. Good morning. We're doing wonderfully, wonderfully well. Great day, great day, great day. I always like to say it's a plum pleasing pleasure being here on WMPR 90.1 FM with the radio broadcast entitled The Right Stuff Helps. Why right stuff? I always like to tell you simply because we spent our lives eating the wrong stuff, drinking the wrong stuff, looking at just plain old doing the wrong stuff. So isn't it about time that we got our hands on the right stuff? I dare say that it is. That's right. For over 40 years, we've been bringing this broadcast around the United States, even other places in the world. The Right Stuff Helps broadcast is just, it'll never get old because the right stuff works. You got to have the right stuff, folks. And that's who we are. I am Dr. Franco Taylor. And again, we're here with the Right Stuff Helps program. And I'm going to talk about something real serious today, something that'll touch real close to home. We're in the holiday season, and we want to talk about the holidays and what happens during the holidays. Again, I want you to remember this number, 901-425-2273. After this show, I want you to use that number. And during this show, you're going to find out why you need to execute a pushing of your fingers and hit those buttons to call this number. Because when you call the number, you could save a life, even your own. So listen to me carefully. We're talking about the holidays, and we're talking about the holiday death spike. That's right. You heard me correctly. The holiday death spike. More people die during the holidays than any other time of the year. That's right. We're talking about Thanksgiving that just passed, Christmas that's coming, and New Year's, which will follow a week after that. We're about 3 weeks away from having those last two holidays of the end of the year season, and there are going to be lots and lots of deaths. What type of death? Circulatory. That's heart problems, high blood pressure, strokes. Individuals are literally going to just be hypertension is going to be taking folks out. They're going to be dropping like flies. That's right. Respiratory, lung problems, congestive heart failure, mucus, just stop breathing. All these kind of things are going to start happening in the next week or so. Endocrine, nutritional, metabolic, digestive. That means eating too much, eating the wrong thing, not being able to digest it. People are going to be getting choked on food. Oh, folks, are you listening to what I'm saying? We're talking about the holidays. Everybody waits all year long for these three holidays. And guess what? These three holidays cause more deaths than any other time of the year. Why is that? Basically because of bad choices. We're not making good choices in the way we eat, the way we drink, and the way we think, even not just drinking, but stinking thinking. Okay, we're thinking about things that have got us all beat out of shape. Seasonal stress is one of the causations. I mean, one of the causative situations is seasonal stress. This is the time of year when we spend all this money buying gifts that we really can't afford. All right, listen to what I'm saying. We'll actually take credit cards and we'll buy gifts for Christmas that we'll be paying on in June and July on those cards, or maybe for the rest of the year. Are you listening to what I'm saying? That kind of stress causes all kinds of problems. It causes the pressure to rise. It causes the hypertension to turn a flip. It literally causes individuals to have heart attacks and strokes, worried about the seasons. They've spent so much money on gifts that there's none left for rent. There's none left for paying your light, gas, and water bill. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Your car note. Things go out the window just so that we can buy gifts for the children and for our loved ones. Gifts that could wait till later on in the year, okay? Gifts that may not even have to be bought if there's an understanding of what the holidays are all about. It's about love. It's about sharing. And actually, those holidays should be 365 days a year. But if you got to wait to the end of the year, show love. Show love. If you can't get the gifts, just show love, folks. Just show love. Because again, we're talking about a death spike. during the holidays. And that's from all the things that we have sick. Do you know that for the last almost 2 years now, in about another month, it'll be 2 years that we've been just engulfed with this COVID thing, all right? This corona thing. And do you realize that here we are again? It's about to spike any day now. They're saying this new variant that's coming out of South Africa is going to cause a spike because it has so many variants. It's got 31, 32 variants. It has just evolved to the point where it's just transmissible more easily than ever before, and it will touch anyone from babies to old people and everybody in between. And guess what? It's getting ready to spike. And what time is it? The holiday season. So the flu, the coronavirus, COVID, whatever, heart attacks, strokes, people having diabetic comas, all of this spikes when? During the holidays. Just trying to give you a little something. Again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me today on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast, WMPR 90.1 FM on your radio dial out of Jackson, Mississippi. We're talking about the right stuff. The wrong stuff is that so many people are dying during the holiday. If you look on my screen, for those you're following us on Facebook, you actually see a festive screen. You see turkey and dressing, cranberry sauce, gravy, all kinds of delicious vegetables and pies, sweet tater pie, okay, or pumpkin pie. For those of you who do pumpkin, we're not going to leave anybody out, because not only is the festive holiday for everyone, but these deaths that are going to take place and ensue during the holidays are not going to leave anyone out. They're not being holding back on anybody. Everybody is included in who's going to be taken down during the holiday. Every race, every ethnicity, it doesn't matter. Old, young. Actually, younger folk are having heart attacks during this time of the year, even suicides and so forth. Everything increases during, guess what? The holidays. But glad to say, what we're saying up to this point is sad to say, but it's glad to say that homicides and suicides don't increase quite as much until New Year's. New Year's Day, pow, then all of a sudden, lots of suicides. But bottom line, death spike during the holidays. Folks, let's talk about that a little bit. We've talked about it throughout the years, and my last, I guess maybe 8, 9, maybe 10 months here. Oh, it's almost a year actually here on WMPR 90.1 FM. We've talked to you with the Right Stuff Helps about eating, about the choices that you make for that which is going to go in your mouth. We don't choose. We choose better the gas that goes in our automobiles, the oil that goes in our automobile, the transmission fluid that goes in our automobiles. We take more care with choosing these items to go in our automobiles than we do the food that goes in our mouths and our stomachs. And we are dying. We are sick. We're the wealthiest nation, the healthiest, not the healthiest, the wealthiest nation. We're the smartest nation, the most scientifically advanced nation, the most medically advanced nation in the world. And we're also the sickest nation in the world. What's up with that? We're eating ourselves to death. And that's exactly what's going to be happening here in the next few weeks. It's already started with Thanksgiving, okay? It already started with Thanksgiving. And again, we're going to prayerfully try to get some situation we want to before Christmas. We want to try hard to be able to show you a cooking class in which you can learn to actually make a turkey. You didn't hear what I said. Make a turkey and then bake it, okay? So you know that it doesn't have any antibiotics and it hasn't been pumped and shot full of growth hormones and all kinds of preservatives and so forth that jack it up. And then you know, not being a real animal, okay, it's not loaded with cholesterol. That's right, because chicken and turkey and fish have just about as much cholesterol as beef and pork. What? That's right. You didn't know that, but it's true. The difference in the milligrams of cholesterol in turkey and in beef are so small, so minuscule that you couldn't even tell it. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the system has us believing that we can eat one thing and not eat the other. But in reality, if it's an animal, whenever you eat it, that's where cholesterol is coming from. And it doesn't matter which one you use. It doesn't matter whether you air fry it or you George Foreman grill it or you grill it on the grill or you fry it down in the grease. It doesn't matter. The cholesterol is the cholesterol is the cholesterol. So again, those of you who have just joined, this is Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast, and we're talking about the holiday death spike. I'm going to give you this number throughout the program, 901 425 2273. Please write that number down. If you're doing well, then give it to someone else. But you need to give me a call. We need to set up a consultation for you during the holidays. That needs to be the real gift that you give to yourself or to a loved one, is to learn from the 42 years of experience that God has given me, working with almost 18,000 people, showing them how to eat in such a way as to get the sugar level down, get the blood pressure down, get the arthritis to feeling better, get rid of the ADD, the ADHD, the stress, anxiety, how to do all of these without drugs and medication if you so desire, and how to make sure that you're not going to be on the record, on the list of those with heart attacks and strokes and diabetic comas this year. Are you listening to me? There's things that you can do to still enjoy a delicious dinner for the Thanksgiving holidays and for New Year. You can still do those things, okay? But you can eat food that's delicious and still nutritious, and make sure that you're not a victim of the death spike during the holidays. You give me that call, 901 425 2273, and we can set you up a consultation. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you've got a phone, we'll set up a Zoom consultation with you, and it'll be just as if you were in my office. A young man came to see me on yesterday. He was from Cairo, Illinois. Well, he was between Cairo and Mississippi, okay? And he heard the broadcast last Tuesday, and he called, and on his way to Mississippi from Cairo, Illinois, he pulled his 18-wheeler into our drive. And that's right, we've got enough parking space to actually park an 18-wheeler. And he parked, and he came in for his consultation. And he left so excited that it was just unbelievable that he had information in his hands that could help him live a higher quality of life. So I'd like to thank the founders and those that control what happens at WMPR. But because of that radio broadcast, 100,000 watts broadcasting throughout the United States, people picking it up online and on Facebook, individuals are learning throughout the Delta and around the country that they can live a higher quality of life. So you do the same. You call us 901 425 2273 and let us set up a consultation for you, either in person or by Zoom. It can be a group consultation. It could be a husband and wife, or a spouse and a spouse, or however that's done. I don't know. But bottom line, it doesn't matter. We even give what you might call a group rate when more than one person comes and talks to us at the same time. And we're willing to do that for you. This is a ministry that is 42 years old, okay, or young, because we're going to be around prayerfully another 30 or 40 years doing this same thing, helping you to live a higher quality of life. The scriptures say that my people perish for lack of knowledge. We've got the knowledge. We've got the experience to teach you how to eat in such a way that you can enjoy your food and enjoy a long, healthy lifestyle at the same time, okay? So we're talking about the holiday death spike. We're talking about problems. What are some of the problems? What are the causative factors? We know that high cholesterol is one. Where does cholesterol come from, folks? I talk about it all the time. I talk about it sometimes till I'm almost blue in the face, over and over and over again. High cholesterol, the HDL, the cholesterol that's killing you, that's clogging up your arteries and your veins, that's causing the high blood pressure, hypertension, that's causing the strokes and the aneurysms and the heart attacks. That cholesterol comes from only one place, folks. It comes from animals, dead animals. And again, it doesn't matter whether it's a Cornish hen, whether it's a duck or a goose, whether it's a turkey, whether it's a hog, whether it's beef. It doesn't matter, folks. Animals are animals are animals, and they all are loaded with cholesterol, because the cholesterol, that thick grease in their bodies, is what keeps them warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's called basically their insulation. And that insulation works for them, but it doesn't work for you, simply because it clogs up your arteries. And those arteries should be that open, that wide, but instead they close up. And when they finally close, they pop. And when they pop, you have an aneurysm, you have a stroke, or you have a heart attack. And that is the number one killer in the world today. It used to be the 1 out of 15. 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 1 out of 15 people had a heart attack and died. Now it's more like 1 out of 3, closing in on 1 out of 2. That's right. If you've got 3 people in a room, one of them has a high blood pressure or hypertensive problem, and one of them are sitting on the precipice, sitting on the edge of rolling over and having a heart attack or a stroke or an aneurysm. And some of that's going to happen within the next couple of weeks, within the next 3 or 4 weeks, as we go through Christmas and as we go through the New Year's. It already started on Thanksgiving. That's right. Death spiked last week up until yesterday, actually, which was the rest or the end of the Thanksgiving weekend, so to speak. Death spiked, and they're going to spike even more as we go into Christmas, and as we leave Christmas and head into New Year's, even more. Are you listening to me? We're talking high cholesterol, and it only comes from animals. Smoking. A lot of smoking is going to be done, okay? And that smoking is going to cause respiratory problems. It's going to cause problems with our breathing, allergies, lung failure, congestive heart failure, smoking, dangerous, liver problems, endocrine problems. We said that those were some of the problems that they had with the endocrine, metabolic situation, digestive. People are going to get choked. They're going to strangle on food. It happens every year this time. Drinking all of the alcohol, all of the salutes and salutations, and all of the, what do you call it when you have a toast? All the toast going on. Yeah, cheers. Okay. Yeah. Bring it in the new. I mean, we're going to be getting drunk more than normal. We're going to be drinking more than normal. And even if somebody else drives you home, if you have a heart attack in the back seat on the way home, what good did all the drinking do you? And again, obesity. Some of you are already much larger than you should be. And again, we look at all this waste around the body, okay? All of that okay? We're plugged full. And all of that is putting pressure on the heart. For every 1 pound, listen to me carefully, for every 1 pound that you are overweight, your body has to make an extra 3/4 of a mile of blood vessels just to service the extra area, the extra tissue that you've added. So if you're weighing 50 pounds, folks, that's almost 35 miles of additional blood vessels that your heart has to pump blood to. If you're 100 pounds overweight, are you listening to me? That's almost 75, 80 miles of blood vessels additional on your heart. And that's why hearts fail. That's why we have congestive heart failure, strokes, heart attacks, aneurysms. Too much pressure on that heart that was designed to take care of a 190-pound man or a 125-pound woman. If you're taking care of a 300 or 400-pound man and a 200-pound woman, 300-pound woman, then can you see where the problem would come in, folks? We got to just look at this thing. Obesity, one of the causative factors of sickness, disease, heart attacks, strokes during the holiday season. So we just want to look at that, folks. And again, even flu and COVID are going to be taking us out even more during this season. The medical facilities, the medical foundations, CNN, WHO, Fauci, all these people are telling you that we're getting ready to have another spike. You can go to our website, which is www.rightstuffhealth.com, and you'll notice a couple of videos on there by Dr. Lane Rowling, and he told us 2 years ago that we needed to be ready for this thing when he predicted to the day when it was going to take over these major states like LA and Texas and Florida. He predicted within a day when it was going to happen, and it happened. And he's still predicting today. And he's told us over 4 or 5 weeks ago, a month or so ago, that we're getting ready to have this spike. And now the system is telling you the same thing. We're getting ready to have a spike with this new variant coming out of South Africa. That's a bad boy. Before we were dealing with cheetah, now we're dealing with King Kong. So folks, y'all need to wake up, wake up, wake up. I play that song all the time. Wake up, everybody. No more backwards thinking, time for thinking ahead. Folks, we've got to look at this thing and realize what it is that's happening. You are under the gun, and diet, bad choices of food and lifestyle are going to take a lot of you out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So give me a call. I'm Dr. Franco Taylor at Right Stuff Health, and you can reach me at 901 425 2273. 901 425 2273. And let us set up a consultation. Been doing this for 42 years, worked with over 18,000 people, and I've seen all sickness and all diseases, from arthritis to Alzheimer's. I've seen high blood, diabetes, cancer, even full-blown AIDS turned around. I never turned anything around, but the individuals turned it around when they listened carefully to the common sense measures that God placed in your body when he designed you. And that is called an immune system. And that immune system is made strong when we eat according to the way God's recipe. Okay, he gave us a layout. He gave us in the owner's manual the right types of fluids and the right types of solids to go in this body to give us the best ability to, so we can work at our peak performance. And that was fruits, nuts, grains, and vegetables. That was a plant-based diet. For those of you who have just joined, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast on 90.1 FM WMPR radio station out of Jackson, Mississippi, and the Delta. And we're sending out information to you that will save your life or a loved one's life starting today. That's right. So give me a call, 901 425 2273. 901 425 2273. And again, for those of you who weren't paying attention, for the last couple of years, they've been telling you something. They've been telling you that they have no clue as to what to do to save you from this COVID, okay, or even from the flu. The common flu takes out millions of people every year around the world. One of the number one killers of all times has been the flu. And we still we can't even handle the common cold, let alone the flu. And nobody's paying attention to it. The flu is taking out millions of people every single year. And it's going to pick up during what? During the holiday season. That's right. Flu, killing people. People going to the hospital with flu and dying. And yes, the COVID has taken over top precedent, front stage because of its severity. But while it's going on, flu is still dropping people. And it's going to be even higher spikes of it within the next few weeks. So again, they're telling you that the variant itself, that the COVID variant is going to spike right about now. And what time is it? Just a few weeks before Christmas, just a few weeks before New Year's. So I hope you're paying attention to what's going on. This is the season to be jolly, not the season to roll out of here backwards in a coffin. Are you listening to me? 901 425 2273. Call me, and between myself and one of the individuals that work with me, we'll set you up a consultation, either by phone, in person, or by Zoom, so that we can get you on the track to living a higher quality of life and guaranteeing yourself that you won't be taken out during the holiday by these sicknesses that are always there, but that spike during the holidays. That's right. They spike during the holidays. Another reason for so many deaths during the holidays is that when you pay attention to what goes on at these hospitals, there's much lower staffing. Are you listening to me? People take off. People just don't show up for work. Why? Because of the holidays. They're going home to be with their families. Whether they're being let off or not, they're taking off. They're calling in sick. They're just not coming in. And so the staffing at the emergency rooms is a lot lower than it would normally be. So people who need immediate help, immediate assistance, can't get it because there's no one there to wait on them. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Another reason, not the cause of the death. Yes, if they had the assistance, if they had the care, if they could be worked on immediately in these types of situations, yes, they would live. But the fact is, if they didn't come to the hospital with these sicknesses because they didn't overeat, they didn't drink too much, they didn't take too much cholesterol into the system. Are you getting what I'm saying? In other words, if they had made better choices during the holidays, they wouldn't end up at a hospital that wasn't staffed with enough people to wait on them. So there's, you can look at it this way and say that she died because there weren't enough people at the hospital. She died because she ate wrong, and that set up the situation that took her to the hospital. Are you listening to what I'm saying? It's powerful, 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 people. We ate our way into these situations, and we've got to eat our way back out. But again, you can call us at 901-425-2273 and set up a consultation. For 42 years, I've looked at this. I've been sad during the holidays, although I was happy to be with my loved ones and my family and friends, but I was saddened because I spent so much time talking to people whose family members were in distress during this time. And I knew at that time that it had to do with the fact of bad eating, bad lifestyle choices, drinking too much, not getting the weight down, not getting the exercise. These are the kind of things that we teach you how to do. We'll put you on a 90-day plan, a 90-day comprehensive plan, showing you through the Zoom or in person. We'll show you the foods to replace the foods that are do's and the foods that are don'ts. Okay, we'll show you how to get the right combinations with your food. You can eat the right food the wrong way, and it can still cause a problem because the body can't use it. There's no digestion, and indigestion means bloating, burping, griping, flatulence, gas passing, constipation, diarrhea, all of these things that say that your body's not getting the food. If it's not getting it, where is it? Well, it's staying in the body, and it's accumulating, and it's becoming morbid, putrid, funky, stinky wastes in your body, and it sets up a breeding ground for sickness and disease. You're auto intoxicating yourself. You don't know it, but that's what's happening because the medical system's not going to tell you the problem. They're not going to tell you that cholesterol is one of the major reasons that people have heart attacks and strokes. You can go in the hospital, have a heart attack, a 5 bypass, okay, all your arteries clog up, and the next morning they will give you bacon, eggs, ham, and sausage for breakfast. Are you listening to me? With lots of butter and lots of grease. And all that is nothing but what? Cholesterol. So why would a medical facility give a person who just had a heart attack more sausage, more bacon, more butter, and more eggs, some of the top cholesterol-filled items of food on the planet? Why would they give you that? And that's the cause of the fact. Do you think they don't know? Or do you think that it's just a matter of business as usual? Getting you ready for your next one, maybe. I don't know. You all tell me. I'm just asking the question. I can't understand it. Haven't been able to understand it for over 50, almost 50 years. I wondered about it. My father died in 1972 of a stroke, and he was 52, and I was 22. And when he died, I couldn't understand it. I was in school, my 4th year of school, going to be a doctor. I quit. I dropped out. I didn't want to be a doctor anymore. My father was living in Cleveland, Ohio. In Cleveland, Ohio, there's a clinic there called Cleveland Clinic. It's not just a little bitty clinic. It's the largest cardiovascular institution in the world. The top doctors that work with the circulatory system, with the heart, the best of the best of the best are located at Cleveland Clinic. And with all that staffing, all that knowledge and all that experience, they couldn't save my father. So selfishly, I got mad, I got teed off, and I quit. I didn't want to be a doctor anymore. But a few years after that, I found out that since I was drinking the same scotch that my father was drinking, I was eating the same barbecue, I was smoking the same cigarettes. He died at 52. I was 22. If I'd have kept going, I probably wouldn't have made it to 32. Are you listening to what I'm saying? But I stopped a few years later, dropped it all, dropped the not just the barbecue, but all the animal products, okay? Dropped the alcohol, stopped smoking marijuana, all that good stuff, right? And guess what happened? All of my sicknesses went away. My bad back, the skin that was so bad, it looked like crocodile sometimes. It was so messed up. The lack of energy. I had ED at the age of 30, and all of that just turned around. Here I am, 5 children later, 6 children later. So we know that the body can heal itself if it's given what it needs. That's what we're talking about. Understanding the 42 years of experience that God has given me working with over 18,000 people. I give it to you, but I have to talk to you. So you got to call me. Call me at 901-425-2273. 901-425-2273. Or you can even call us at our number that we've had for so long, and it is 913-363-3663 or 363-FOOD. So again, you can text us. Okay, text that number to us, 913-363-3663. That's 913-363-FOOD, 3663. That's right. But either one of those numbers, 901-425-2273 or 913-363-3663, and we can set you up with a consultation to help you turn your life around. If you want to do a proxy for someone else who's unable to make the call, who's sick in the bed, if you want to make a consultation for them, you can do the same thing. Just call us. We'll get you our forms. You'll send them back. We'll call you, set up that consultation, and help that individual to live a higher quality of life starting today. So what we're going to do in just a couple of minutes, we're going to open up for calls. We want you to call us so that we can answer questions that you might have about the holidays, about why you feel sick and tired right now, and you're sick and tired of feeling that way, why your blood pressure seems to be higher right about now, what you can do about it, why your A1C is up. Let's tell you how to get it down. How about that excess weight? We can show you things that'll make you fall out laughing when you realize that it's just that simple to cut 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds in just a week or so. Very easy without having to go through any hard tasks, okay? To still be able to enjoy food, enjoy your life, and lose the weight at the same time. And take that risk of a heart attack or a stroke or an aneurysm out of the picture. Again, Dr. Franco Taylor, 901-425-2273, and we can set you up with that consultation. But what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the lines for those of you who would like to call in. Again, we're talking about the holiday death spike, and you might have some information that you want to tell us that the rest of the people out there in the listening audience and the viewing audience might need to hear or see as you tell us about it. So you can give us a call now, and you can call us at 901-363. No, I'm sorry. 901-383-0404. 901-383-0404. And we'll take your questions. We'll take your statements as it relates to health in your body in the world today. But now we're talking about the spikes, the death spikes being so high and so deadly during the holidays. And we're talking about why. And again, it has to do with eating the wrong way, making bad choices about our eating. Did you know that if you Don't eat something live with every meal that you're going to clog up the system. You're going to block up the body. You're going to cause the body to not be able to move and circulate. You're going to stop the blood from circulating. You're going to stop the bowels from moving. That's right. You should eat something live with every meal. We talk about this all the time. Let's just say in the morning, if you're going to eat, we're going to hold that and take this caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dr. Tango. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm wondering, could you give me advice for someone who has been eating meat all their life? How do they transition into eating healthier and be able to, I guess, keep up with it, if that makes any sense?
Oh, no, it makes a lot of sense. Well, we're addicted to the animal products. So there are a lot of alternatives out there. And if they keep up with us a little bit, we're getting ready to start a class actually on all the meat you love to eat made from oats and soy and wheat. Okay, that rhymed. But the whole idea is we'll teach you how to actually make meat. Since we love it so much, I've been vegan, strictly vegan, for 42 years. And we just made, I'm gonna ask someone to do something. I'm gonna ask someone to do something, and I'm gonna catch them off guard. But Mr. Sherry Jones, are you there, sir? Mr. Sherry Jones, if you're there, I'd like for you to pick up, sir. I want to ask you a question. Mr. Sherry Jones, are you available? If so, I'd like to ask you a question. But what I'm saying to you, young lady, is we actually brought turkey down to the Delta area because we have loved ones there, and every holiday, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, we bring a nice big turkey or two down. But we actually make the turkey from garbanzo beans, grains, flour, soybean. I mean, we actually make the turkey. Mr. Jones, are you there, sir? Mr. Jones, can you
Hi, man.
unmute yourself?
I'm unmuted, Doc.
Hello, Mr. Jones. Okay, he's trying to come in. I don't know why. Okay, Mr. Jones. Okay, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can't seem to get him
Well,
in. Can't seem to get
well,
him in.
Dr. Franco, that is the question. I'm going to hang up so I can continue watching your live. But
Okay,
that is what I wanted to know, if you could help us out for, people who are used to eating the way that we do, and kind of
right.
give us some tips on what we could do so we can transition into eating more healthier.
Absolutely. Okay. Bottom line, the question was, what do you do if you've been eating meat all your life? How do you transition? Well, the first place you transition is by eating less meat. Just cut back on the amount of animal products and pick up on the live food. What do I mean by live? We were starting to say it a minute ago when a caller called in, but let's just look at it this way. We've got two plates of food over here, and this is going to make sense to you. Just bear me out. Over on this side, we've got animal products. We know they're dead because you're not eating any live foods. You're not eating any live animals. Hello? Okay. Well, that caller must have hung up. But you're not eating any live animals. So we know the animal products are dead. Okay. So if you've got animal products here, right? You look up there, you see the turkey on the screen. You've got animal products. You got scrambled eggs. You've got all these foods that are animal products. They're dead. Here's my question to you, though. If you cook a vegetable, is it live or is it dead? Absolutely. Once you cook it, it's dead. So here you've got vegetables that have been cooked at 350 degrees for 45 minutes, they're dead. So the animal products, the scrambled eggs, the macaroni cheese, even the greens and string beans and squash and okra, once you cook it, it's dead. It tastes good. It's easy to chew and swallow, but it's basically dead because the heat has killed it. But now we come over here, and on this side, we have another plate of food. What's on this side? Well, we've got green leaf lettuce, tomatoes, onions, bell pepper. We've got broccoli and cauliflower, the way you put it in a salad, okay? We've got apples, peaches, pears, plums, bananas, grapes, raisins, mangoes, papayas, blueberries, all of that. So you've got 2 plates of food. Which side has enzymes, listen to me carefully, which is going to help your body digest the meal? Okay, the live side. Which side has minerals that's going to build your muscles, your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons? Listen to me carefully. The live side. Which side has vitamins, life, that's going to help build your immune system? The live side. Which side has fiber that's going to make the bowels move like most of y'all's bowels are not moving? The live side. Which side do people eat the most of? Okay, are you getting me? That should be a duh, an aha moment. I'm not saying that you can't eat this. I'm simply saying that if you're going to eat this, then you need to eat more of this to go with it. So how do you do that? Let's say in the morning, you're going to have whole grain grits or whole grain biscuits or whole grain pancakes, whole grain cereal. What's the key word? Whole grain. With that whole grain, you would need 2 to 3 pieces of fruit. Okay. And if you're gonna have your bacon or whatever in the morning, I don't think you should, but if you got to, at least have more live food. I hope you're getting this now, more live food to go with it, because everything that you want, okay, is everything that you want basically is on this side. Everything that you need is on this side. So have more of this to go with this in order for your body to begin to come around. That these foods literally get rid of cholesterol. These foods bring the inflammation out of the body. These foods make the bowels move because they're live. They're the foods that God gave. So anyone that's trying to come from an all meat diet, then just begin by eating less of this. Less of this, should be none, but at least less of this and more of this. More of the live foods. And you'll watch the cholesterol go down, the sugar level go down. You'll watch your waistline go in, your weight will go down, your energy level will pick up. The mucus will begin to come out of the body. The bowels will begin to move the way that they should, and the blood will begin to flow. Leviticus 17:11 tells us the life of the flesh is in the blood. As the blood begins to flow, you begin to have more life. All the processes of the body work, and the body heals itself, including the immune system. So that's a place to start, is by eating more live food with every meal. The next place is to look and find out that there are alternative animal products. There are alternative products to animals. They've got various types of turkey and chicken and beef and all that, literally made from soybean, made from oats, made from wheat, made from peas. All types of vegetables are being used to actually make burgers. You can go to, I'm not trying to sell, but one of the major burger chains out there has a beef burger, that a non-beef burger that you can get, a non-meat burger. So they're available. So those are ways of doing it. Then you can call us. We'll be able to get cooking books to you. We'll be doing videos on videos live online, showing you how to actually make your own meat. But the bottom line is to start adding more vegetables and more live foods to your present diet. And as you begin to feel better, you'll see for yourself that eating more live is the key. Not saying you're going to die and go to hell because you eat this, just saying that you need more live to go with it to make this work and pass through the body. I hope that was a long answer, but I hope that was a good answer to the young lady that called in, because that was a wonderful, wonderful question. How do you do this? You start by eating more live food, and that'll cause you to want to eat less of this as your health gets better. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Hello, caller.
Dr.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please don't touch nothing else. We don't want you touching no things in Memphis, okay?
Okay. We're not going to touch anything.
All right.
But since I've got you on the
Okay.
phone, I'd like to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I came down this past week, and I was there. I came to the radio station. I was your guest, and I brought you a sandwich that my wife had sent to you. And I had a sandwich. You had a sandwich. But the sandwich was turkey that wasn't, it wasn't that kind of turkey. It was a turkey that we had actually made. And I want you to, I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm also taking a chance. I'd like to ask you, how did that turkey taste?
But after you left, I was working in the office, and then I decided I would go ahead and eat. And thank you so much. And I call your wife later to thank her. The sandwich was absolutely fabulous. I've never tasted anything like it before, especially a sandwich. And I'm used to sandwiches. In the old days, we carried sandwiches to the work. You know, you didn't go out to the restaurant. You had to have your bag lunch. All working out in the field.
That's
which
right.
A lot of people don't know anything about that, but you had to prepare your meal. Because you couldn't take a break and go home for lunch in a lot of cases.
That's right.
So I'm familiar with sandwiches and the quality of that. It was excellent. Also, I believe that it was prepared in love. You know, we as African Americans, those of us, we don't understand the cooking. That's just the bottom line. You was talking about earlier, broccoli, for instance. If we cook broccoli, we'll cook it dark until it falls apart. If you stick the fork in it, you know, it's hard to pick it up. It'll be falling off on the plate. Pastor Jackson and I, we are lovers of a raw broccoli salad. And let me say it again.
Okay.
It's raw broccoli. And once you begin to eat it and adjust to it, you'll find out that it's not that bad. But more importantly, it's good for you. Because if you eat this broccoli salad, you're going to go to the bathroom. That's the bottom line. So I appreciate the work that you're doing. I know I put you in touch with Apostle Coward. One of the things that I think we should be doing for 2022 is partnering with the African American Church and begin to remove especially these deep fryers. I worked with Hattiesburg Public School District years ago. The school district, Dr. Taylor, removed deep fryers out of all of their schools. And, you know, it's just a way of life, and we're going to have to do better. Diabetes is killing as many people in the Black community as the COVID virus.
That's right.
So we got a health crisis going on. The church needs to be at the forefront. And I'm a firm believer that God gave us the best prescription. And it was the fact that we need to pray, but also he put on there an attachment. It was fasting. So thank you so much for the work that you do. And we're looking forward to you continue to make people healthy in Mississippi. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, I tell you what, thank you so very much. That's Mr. Sherry Jones, lead person there at the WMPR radio station 90.1 FM out of Jackson, Mississippi. And I kind of put him on the spot, but that was a wonderful answer. I guess it was on the spot, but not on the spot, because after 42 years of designing foods like that, I know that it tastes good. It tastes, in some cases, instead of it being a butterball, it's actually a better ball. All right, there's again, we're showing you the screen with the festive foods, the hams and the turkeys and the crab legs and all that good stuff that we have, eggnog and so forth that we have for holidays. But in some cases, these foods are just too rich. There's too much salt, too much grease. As you heard Mr. Jones just say, everything is steeped in grease. And this grease causes cholesterol. And that cholesterol buildup is what sets us up for high blood pressure and obesity, and, believe it or not, even diabetes. That's right. Cholesterol, grease, is the reason that we have the diabetes problem, such as we do. Again, you can call right now, 901-383-0404. We'd love to hear from you, 901-383-0404. Tell us what you think about the broadcast, any question that you might have that hasn't been answered through the years about your health. Ask us. And I'm pretty sure that God has blessed us with 42 years of experience where we can get you a good answer to your question. And again, we're talking about the holiday death spike caused by improper eating, improper living, extra stress because of the season. The season should be for jolly, but instead it's a season for death. It's a season for sadness, suicidal, just a time of the year when more people die than any other season of the year, the holidays. And again, you can call us 901-425-2273, and we can get you set up with a consultation to assist you in being well, getting well, and staying well. Again, 901-425-2273, and we can get you started to living a higher quality of life. But again, we're talking about the holiday death spike, the cholesterol in the food, the drinking, the festivities, the smoking, so forth, so on, is literally causing a problem. All right. So again, Dr. Franco Taylor here, 90.1 FM on your radio dial, WMPR, with the right stuff helps. And that's what we're coming to bring you, folks, is the right stuff. You've got to use the right stuff. In order for things to change, you have to change. In order for things to get better, you have to get better. And it starts with a change in your mind, realizing that you can't keep doing what you've been doing, or you're going to keep on getting what you've been getting. And that is sickness. No one out there, under the sound of my voice, can say that they've never been sick. Some of you have been sicker than others. I know I was for years, until I changed the way I thought, and I recognized that I could change my diet. The meat that I loved so much, and I mean, I loved it all, folks. I ate everything. I ate monkey, moose, snake, snail, alligator, ants, python, bear. I ate every kind of meat you Alaskan crab, she crab, snow crab. We ate them all. And I was sick as a dog until we changed up our dietary. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for
What's
calling.
wrong with a person who says eating salads and apples and raw stuff really makes them sick? So what's going on with that situation?
All right. Very good question. We thank you for that question. The question is, individuals who say they can't eat salad and they can't eat fruit and so forth because it makes them sick. You're absolutely right. It's not making you sick. It's cleaning up the sickness that's already there. You see, the fiber that's in the fruits and in the vegetables, the live food, we just said a little bit about it a minute ago, it's what helps the bowels to move. The fiber has the living ingredients that your body needs in order to start healing itself. And one of the ways that it heals itself is it makes you go to the bathroom. And if you're constipated and can't go, then it's going to make you feel uneasy. It's going to make you feel your stomach's going to have all this disparity because the body is trying to heal itself. It's trying, in some cases, the body will try to throw it up because it's not coming out the way that it should. So what's happening with a person when they eat fruits and vegetables and salads and green things, and they start having disturbance in their body, it's called a healing crisis. The body is trying to heal itself. It's trying to get rid of this waste that you've been eating, the deadly stuff that has literally got you to the point where you can't even tell that you're sick anymore. Once you start eating live foods, it'll start bringing stuff out. The bowels will begin to move like they're supposed to. Once that happens, you get all that waste out, then the body will begin to feel good. But you got to go through sometimes a little bit of that trauma in order to get the waste out so the body can start circulating the way it should. But an individual who eats no live food, no live fruits and vegetables is heading quickly to the deathbed, because those are the foods that the Creator, that God Himself designed for us to eat. And anyone with any kind of sense realizes that live foods are the foods that your body uses best. A person in the hospital sick, if you were to go and visit them, they're in the hospital dying, and you literally offer them a burger or a steak or a hot wing, they'll throw up because they're so weak. That's not what they need. But if you give them a piece of watermelon, some nice cool grapes or slices of peach or slices of cucumber, guess what? They'll relish it. They'll love it, because the body, even in its sickest state, calls for things such as that. It calls for fresh, live foods. And that's why live foods are so important. Long answer to the question, but hope it made sense to you that you need more live foods in order to have good life. All right, again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast, and we've been talking about the holiday death spike. The fact that this time of year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, more people die in higher numbers than any other season, any other time of the year. And a good deal of it has to do with our choices of food, the choices of food and the amounts of food and drink that we take in during this season. So there's a way to do it. You can eat, you can get full, but you got to eat more what? Fiber, more live food. That was the question of the air. That was the question. Now, once you're all plugged up like that, you need something else. You need our Clean Sweep Colon Broom. You've heard me talk about it in the past, but the Clean Sweep Colon Broom is the first product that God blessed me to design over 38 years ago. And it is a high fiber product with 4 different types of fiber. It literally has licorice root, which acts as a natural cortisone to help you feel better about those bowels trying to move when they haven't moved like they're supposed to in so long. It's got things like anise, fennel, and ginger to help do what? Reduce the quality of bloating and griping and flatulence in the body. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Powerful, powerful formula. It'll help you lose between 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds in the first week or so just by getting that waste out of the body. That's right, do. Most people think that this big fat thing happening around the waist, we think it's fat, but it's not fat. It's do. And this formula, the Clean Sweep Colon Broom, was designed to help the body. It does what is called adsorb, not absorb, but adsorb, which means it goes in and it breaks this stuff loose that's caked around our colons, okay? It breaks it loose. Then when you drink the water you're supposed to drink, then guess what happens? You'll start having big, bulky movements every day. And these movements will allow you to lose weight like you wouldn't even believe, because it's stuff that you didn't just eat, but that's been packed in your body for months and months, in some cases even years. Worms, all kinds of things come out of the belly once you begin to cleanse the way that you should. So again, that's the Clean Sweep Colon Broom. You can go to our website, www.rightstuffhealth, RIGHTSTUFF, health, HEALTH.com, and you can see our formulas. You see our top 4 formulas there with videos for each one. MGM style videos showing you the quality of the ingredients in these formulas, how and why they work so well, how and why they're one of a kind. They are the right stuff, folks. And that's what we offer to you here at rightstuffhelps.com. So again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. We've been talking about the holiday death spike. We've been talking about the fact that you can call us at 901-425-2273. Get a consultation for yourself. You can also reach us at www.rightstuffhelps.com, rightstuffhealth.com, or you can email us at info@rightstuffhealth.com. But anyway it goes, contact us. Get yourself a consultation. Get yourself these formulas that work. Look at some of our videos. Get some of this information on how to live a higher quality of life and teach that to others. And this is Dr. Franco Taylor saying, as I do every week, I love you. And until next week, be blessed and use the right stuff.